Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm super excited for this video because we're going to be talking about my top 10 single shadows, and this was so hard to choose. I just want to, before we do anything, I want to issue a formal apology to all the matched single shadows in my collection. I love you. You've been there for me. You have been the foundation of so many beautiful looks. But I just love shimmers. Today's video is also a collaboration, which I'm super excited about because she has recently been one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, and that would be Diary of a Beauty Guru Wannabe, which is such a fun name to start off with, and she is truly a makeup lover at heart. So this is Sydney. I'll leave her picture here so you can see her face, and I'm so excited about this collaboration because she's also going to be sharing her top 10 single shadows as well, which I'm so excited to see what she has to say and what hers are going to be. I just love her channel, and I feel like I've been re-inspired by it because sometimes, like especially after years of doing YouTube, like you still love makeup, but there'll be distractions, there'll be stresses, there's just all kinds of things that I've let myself be affected by. And recently, especially watching her videos, I'm like, I just want to play with makeup. I just want to talk about makeup and formulas and colors and just how much I love makeup. That's what my channel is based on. That's what I want this community to be makeup lovers. So I have to thank her for re-inspiring me by just her amazing content. She does Shop My Stash videos, she does Project Pan, she also does some new makeup releases, she talks about indie brands, she does these Shop With Me videos where she online shops and declutters her cart, and I want to do that so bad. The next time I want to make an order, I'm so doing one of those videos because it is so fun. Like, I am never gonna bring you guys in a Sephora. I'm so sorry. That is not my style. I'd be like, hey guys, but online shopping is lit. So I just love her channel and I cannot recommend her enough. Please go send her some love and watch her video, or else. That was aggressive. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Okay, so jumping right on in to the 10 single shadows that I chose. I'm not showing you yet. We're gonna go one by one. I want to keep you guessing. First, we have Red Giant from Terra Moons. You know I had to mention this shade. It is so beautiful. It has a stunning red shift to it, and it is just so unique. I have some new inner corner shades I'm obsessing over from Cleona from their stained glass collection that I got recently, but I didn't want to include any of those as favorites or as like top 10 just because I'm still testing them, but they are definitely in the running for the future. But as of right now, Terra Moon's Red Giant is amazing, and I haven't had this that long for me to have like the beginning of a nice dip in there because I use this constantly. So this is one of the Terra Moon's Iridescent Chameleons, which, I mean, look at that. It is just amazing. Look at that shift. I love her. Okay, so the next shade that I have here is another Terra Moon shadow. I have no shame. I love their Iridescent Chameleons so much, it's crazy. This is the shade Light Year, and it kind of has like a greeny pink gold shift to it. There's a lot of colors going on here, and I just feel like it looks so stunning on the eyes. This formula is just so smooth and metallic. It is so beautiful. You can kind of see that it has more of a gold shift to it right now, but from my perspective, I can see the blue and the green and a little bit of pink. Like, it is just chef's kiss, as a lot of people like to say nowadays. That's what the cool kids are saying, apparently. Okay, so next I have the shade Marshmallow Pillows from Divina. This was one of their Willy Wonka exploders, and this has a hot pink base with a blue shift. I have a lot of shades like this. In fact, I could probably do a whole video on pink to blue shifting shadows because they are my favorite. I gravitate towards them so much, but this one just happens to be really beautiful, but also my favorite formula because if you use this with glitter glue, it is so magical all over the lids. I love the blue shift on this. I love the base. I just think it looks sparkly and gorgeous. So it's not going to swatch the most amazing ever because it is definitely a little bit more thin and it needs something to hold on to. I've done a full review of these as well as eye swatches, which I can put down below in the description box in case you're curious, but it's just amazing. You see the shift there? And it's just so sparkly. I love the finish. Next I have the shade Swudge from Divina, again part of the Willy Wonka collection, and this is a really beautiful soft blue with like a periwinkle purple shift to it. It is stunning. I do have a lot of shades like this, but this one just happens to be one of my favorite formulas because it just looks so sparkly and duochrome on the lid. it's perfection. So here is Swudge. Again, I typically use this shade with a glitter glue. It makes it that much more intense, but it is so beautiful. I love the shift and the sparkliness. Okay, next I have one shade from the Clionadh Stained Glass collection, and this is Corrosion. You might have guessed it because I've already talked about this in the past and declared it my favorite shade of the entire Stained Glass collection, which, who knows, might change. There's some really good runner-ups in the running. Does that even make sense? I don't know sports. Is that even sports? Anyways, this is just the most amazing bronzy, goldy green with a blue shift eyeshadow that will ever exist. It is so dimensional. It's crazy. This is one of their glitter multichromes, which has been one of my favorite formulas from them, and it is just so intense. That's how I would describe this. Like the most intense bronzy gold shade ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So here is Corrosion, which, I mean, has some fallout. I picked up quite a lot. I typically use basically every single shade with glitter glue. This one you don't necessarily have to. It'll just help with fallout a little bit more, but it is just so beautiful. From your perspective, you can't see the blue shift, unfortunately, but it is there. I guarantee it. You can see the blue there. So cool. Okay, next I have another shade from Clionadh, but this actually is not from their stained glass collection, and compared to everything else that I've got in this palette, it doesn't look quite as magical, but it is. This is the shade Soul, and it's kind of like, it's like a soft yellow, but it has a blue shift to it, and it's just really beautiful. I also really love Lick It, Slam It, Suck It from Looksy Beauty, which I don't think is available anymore, so I didn't want to mention it. Everything that I'm talking about today is still available in case you were wanting to look into any of these single shadows. That one is similar. It's just a little bit of a brighter yellow. This one's a little bit more muted. Both of them are beautiful, but I just love the blue shift on this, and I think it's stunning all over the lid, beautiful on the inner corner. It's such a cool shade, and I feel like light yellows are just not represented enough, and I don't know why, because light yellow is beautiful. Let's start a campaign. More light yellows in palettes, please. This one is definitely a lot more of a true shimmer compared to everything else that's going on here. It's not quite as sparkly or crazy, but it just is a beautiful tone. I love the shift to it. You can kind of see it a little bit there. So that is Soul. Okay, so next we have such a hidden gem. It is crazy. This is Vanessa's Vanity Samba, and I bought this on a whim. I don't even know what I was doing. I was on their website. I was like, I'm just going to buy 3 shadows. And I grabbed this, not even looking for a dupe of Lime Chrome from Natasha Denona. But in my humble opinion, this is the closest single shadow I've ever come to that is comparable to Lime Chrome from Natasha Denona. And I remember when I very first realized how close they were, I literally sat in my dining room with 2 swatches on my arm like this for like 30 minutes. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. I was like, this is amazing. They're so similar. I feel like this one might be just like the tiniest bit more of an electric shift, like just a tiny bit brighter, maybe even a little bit sparkly, not as like creamy or like toppery to the touch as a Natasha Denona, but the shade is so similar. It'll look so close on the eyes. And I don't know if you can tell, but it has a very pink, warm base, which I think a lot of people get wrong about Lime Chrome if they don't have it in their life, especially I did as well before I had it. I thought it was like a really warm base with an electric green shift, and this is a warm base, but it's very pinky. I did not expect that, and that's exactly how this is. So if you're looking for a dupe, I 100% recommend this shade. I think it is amazing. But also, just to be clear, I don't love this shadow just because it's a dupe. I love this shadow because I love the color of Lime Chrome. I love that like warm pinky base with the electric green gold shift. Like, I really love golds when they have that something special to them, like Corrosion. Just imagine Corrosion on the outer half of the lid and then this on the inner half topped over. I need to do that like right away. That sounds amazing. So here is Samba. So beautiful. Okay, next we have another shade from Divina. This one happens to be from the Galaxy Dust collection. I've talked about it quite a lot. This is the shade Asteria. It's a red base with a green shift, and it's like Christmas in a shadow, but it's sparkly and beautiful. And if you put this all over your lid, you will 100% see the green to red shift. It is so strong and vibrant. Again, I typically use a glitter glue with this one, but it is so smooth and sparkly. Like, that's one of my favorite parts about this, is not only is the shift amazing, but it just looks so, so cool all over the lid. Okay, next we have the newer shade to my collection, and I just had to put this in here because it is so beautiful. I'm obsessed. This is the shade Moontide from Terra Moons. It's one of their Cosmic Chameleons. I recently did a video on the Cosmic Chameleons and I swatched all of them, kind of gave my first impression of them. I'm still testing them out, but I can say without a doubt this is like the most beautiful shade. It is crazy. So it looks like just like a regular purple. When you get it, before you even touch the pan or anything, it's like, oh yeah, it's like a regular kind of dark purple, which I don't even really go for dark colors that often. I really like lighter shimmers, but this has such a stunning blue shift to it. It is incredible. And not only does it have that blue shift, but it also has that like really sparkly, intense texture, but it's also incredibly metallic at the same time. There's so much going for this shadow. It's crazy. I really need to do a printout of synonyms to the words beautiful and amazing and tape it on the mirror in front of me or something, because I keep running out of adjectives. But look at this shade. You ready? It's just magic. I love it. Moontide definitely has my heart. All right, it's the final countdown. We are on the last shade, and it's probably the one that I've talked about the most as far as being incredibly unique and also one of my favorite single shadows ever. So I'm sure a lot of you might be able to guess this, but this is JD Glow Cosmetics Prismatic. This is amazing. It has a incredible chartreuse neon yellowy green base to it, and then this bright sparkly blue shift. It's just so perfect. I know I've convinced a lot of people to buy this because I've gotten tags and messages, and everyone who's ever messaged me has said that they really love this. I feel like this is the most underrated single shadow. I rarely hear people talking about this, especially when I first purchased it and I got it. I was like, how did I not know about this before? Because I bought it on a whim. I bought pretty much all of the Galaxy collection shadows from JD Glow, so this one just happened to come into my life because I was online shopping. And JD Glow has one of the worst makeup websites because some of their products don't even have product photos. They just have like this super up close blurry photo of the pan, and you can like you can't even tell what it is. So it's a miracle that I bought this, but I'm so glad that I have it in my life. I feel like with time, some of my JD Glow shadows have felt a little bit more powdery, a little less creamy than they were originally, but they still perform the same for me. So here is Prismatic. Like, do you see that? It just has the most unique duochrome shift and the sparkliness that I love. It's so pigmented. So those are my top 10 single shadows. If I lost all the other single shadows in my collection and could only keep these, I would obviously be devastated, but I would be a little bit less devastated because these are just so amazing, so beautiful, so shifty, so sparkly, and also all indie brands, all women-owned brands, which is so exciting. I feel like these shadows are killing it. Killing it. So that's everything for today's video. Please don't forget to go ahead and check out Sydney. I will have her video and her channel linked down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.